Hello, St. Elmo students. This is a bonus stay-at-home story time. I'm going to read some of the information at the end of this book, Strong as Sandow by Don Tate. This book has an afterword. Not every book has this, but sometimes an author wants to give you even more information. You'll see this sometimes in a nonfiction book or a picture biography like Strong as Sandow. David Beckham, LeBron James, and Justin Bieber are modern-day male superstars. During the Victorian era, 1837 to 1901, Eugene Sandow was that star. There he is. From England to the United States and beyond, people flocked to see the strong man flex his muscles. Deemed the most perfect male specimen alive by doctors of his time, Sandow was often photographed in the buff, that means with no clothes on, wearing only a fig leaf and high-lace sandals. It was an image that harkened back to the Greek and Roman statues he had so admired as a child. Sandow even measured the proportions of those statues in order to develop his own body to more closely resemble them. I like that dedication to his goals, man. But while Sandow was fixated on looks, he was also passionate about helping others to develop healthier minds and bodies. For children, he advocated a national physical fitness program in schools. We might not have Coach Barnes and PE class if it weren't for Eugene Sandow. For men, women, and children throughout England, he established schools of physical culture. For everyone around the world, he produced home exercise equipment and dietary supplements. His book, Strength and How to Obtain It, became a bestseller, and his magazine, Sandow's Magazine of Physical Culture, was a forerunner to publications such as Flex and Men's Health. Sandow's exercises and diet regimens are still in use today. It's more than 100 years later, as is the muscled statuette that bears his name, the Sandow. For years, bodybuilding's ultimate prize was a sculpture of a nude, fig leaf-adorned Sandow clutching a barbell, just like the statue in our story. The original was awarded at the 1901 Great Competition. Today, the statuette is the top prize in the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding competition. In his life, Sandow was filmed by no other than Thomas Edison, and a plaster cast of his body was made by the Natural History Museum in London. His followers included celebrities such as Sherlock Holmes creator Arthur Conan Doyle and famed writer James Joyce. He even became the personal fitness instructor to the King George V. Eugene Sandow died in 1925 at the age of 58. So there's a little more information for you about Eugene Sandow. Now this book also has an author's note from our friend Don Tate, and I'm going to read a little bit of this to you. Here's what Don says. As a kid, I was skinny. Recognizing my anxiety about it, my dad bought me a bench press and a copy of the Bodybuilder's Nutrition book. It featured nutritional information along with photos of famous bodybuilders like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lou Ferrigno. I was in awe of their superhero-like physiques. I dreamed of someday having powerful muscles like them. Years later, my younger brother Brian got involved in bodybuilding and won a statewide contest. I wondered if I could bulk up and compete too. At age 32, I began my bodybuilding journey, training with my brother. We lifted weights, attended aerobics classes, and practiced compulsory poses. So maybe you and your siblings could exercise together while we're all learning at home. 2 years later, Don says, I entered my first bodybuilding contest. I was terrified. I sweated a little, something you're not supposed to do. I was having one of the best nights of my life until I lost. I didn't even place. I was devastated, but I didn't give up. I continued to lift weights. I traded candy and sugary drinks for green beans, yams, and chicken breasts, and I perfected my poses. When I competed again the next year, I took home first and second place trophies. So there's Don in one of his bodybuilding poses. Hi. Maybe you have some neighbors walking by with their dogs while you're sitting on your porch. So I hope you enjoyed our Strong as Sandow book. Like I said, be on the lookout for coaches' lessons about strength, and maybe you can work on your muscles and get strong as Sandow.